Seller mistakes in today's market and how to get it right. If your home isn't selling right now or you're thinking about listing, there are two things you need to get right from the beginning: price and condition. Because here's the truth. We can't change your location, but we can absolutely control how your home shows up in the marketplace. And in this market, buyers are more selective, more informed, and less willing to figure it out later. So let's walk through the biggest mistakes I'm seeing and how to avoid them. Pricing. Let's start with pricing, because this is where everything begins. There are three pricing strategies. There's number one, aspirational pricing. This is the let's try it and see what happens approach. It's based more on hope than data, and sometimes it's based on what your neighbor's house sold for a few years ago. Market value pricing. This is based on current comparable sales, what buyers are actually paying right now. We take lots of variables into account, including price per square foot, how well maintained your house is from the exterior to the interior, and it even includes the attic and garage. Buyers like to see themselves living in the house, and if they can't see the space, it's a huge turnoff. Then there's strategic pricing. This is pricing slightly under market to create urgency and demand. And right now, aspirational pricing is where I'm seeing sellers get stuck. Because buyers today, they're watching everything. If a home feels overpriced, they don't negotiate. They won't even go see it. What I'm telling my sellers is you don't want to test the market. You want to enter the market correctly. Timing matters. The first 1 to 2 weeks on the market are your strongest window for a sale. That's when you get the most attention, the most showings, and the best opportunity for strong offers. If you miss that window, you're chasing the market, and that's almost always going to cost you in the end. Part 2, condition, where you win or lose buyers. Now let's talk about condition, because this is just as important as the price. This is not a market where you can say, we'll just let the buyer update it and we're going to get top dollar. That's not going to happen. Buyers want to walk into a home and feel like it's been well cared for and well maintained. What that actually means, before you list, you need to do the work. Deep cleaning, decluttering, neutralizing spaces, touch-up paint, addressing deferred maintenance, consider some light staging, and making sure the yard looks neat and clean and you can actually see the house. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it does need to feel intentional. Why does that matter? Buyers make decisions emotionally first. If a home feels heavy, cluttered, or unfinished, they don't say that. They just move on. And once a home sits, it creates questions. What's wrong with it? Why hasn't it sold? And now you're working against perceptions. So if you're thinking about selling, focus on what you can control. Price it correctly from day one and prepare it in a way that allows a buyer to walk in and immediately connect with it. If you want help walking through what that looks like for your specific home, I'm always happy to help create a plan.